All right, everybody. We can get started here. Yeah, thanks. First off, just want to thank everybody for coming in. All right, we have a great turnout this month. Really appreciate it. It's a really good event. We look forward to every month. You're the student of the month. A few changes this month. We actually have now incorporated a staff member of the month, which I'll get into prior to recognizing the students. Also, you'll notice there's a change that I'm not holding a microphone for the first time, so this is good. I feel extra free up here, all right? Better than holding that thing. So the way it works, for anybody who doesn't know, is Ms. Hain puts out a feeler to the entire high school faculty every month for nominations for Student of the Month. And that's what incorporates grades, character, school pride, things like that. And we always get a ton of nominations, which really just speaks louder to the students you see in front of us today. So once those nominations come in, there's a committee that then votes on the nominations. Just from little blurbs and things like that, we pass it around, and then the student with the most vote is the one that we'll recognize for Student of the Month. Okay, so we also, like I said, have incorporated now Staff Member of the Month. All right, so the way that worked was we kind of tweeted it out and also put it on K-Scope with papers in each homeroom and asked the students to vote for the staff member, okay, teacher, or anybody in the building that just is kind of going above and beyond for that month. And for this month, right, Ms. McHale was elected by the 3 students. They'll come up and speak about her in a second here. So she's actually our first staff member of the month, right? Very nice, Ms. McHale. So we'll call up each student individually after we have the students come up and talk about Ms. McHale. But I'll just kind of gloss over real quick. So for our freshmen, we have James Razzie as our Student of the Month for the freshman class. Taylor Mayer is our sophomore Student of the Month. Brian Barker is our junior class Student of the Month. And Marissa Hughes for the senior class. Then we also have our Scholar Athletes of the Month. Scholar being the key word there. Okay, we have a lot of athletes. They do good things on and off the field. But we try to recognize the students that are doing things in sports and also doing the right thing in school. Mr. Klotz, after we're done with the Students Month, will speak more in detail about these two. But we have one male, one female every month. So this month's winner for the males, Daniel May. And our female athlete of the month is Kaitlyn Klotz. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to ask Alicia Amadio, right? Brian White and Mike DiFilippo, right? There we go. It's a tough one. Those Italian names are tough sometimes. To come up and speak about Ms. McHale. All right, thanks, guys. Come on up. Come on, Rosie.
Okay, so today Ms. McHale is being recognized for Teacher of the Month. Ms. McHale has exceeded her standards as a teacher. One reason being that she genuinely cares about her students. She proves this with her actions, whether it be through reinforcement of learning material or being highly involved in student council and school activities. Ms. McHale has always such a willing heart to help others and give of herself and ensuring the benefit of everyone else. An attribute that I personally admire about Ms. McHale, she got married recently, is her self-control. No matter how challenging a situation may become, whether that is in a classroom with students or a disappointing change of plans, she never allows circumstances to play a role in the attitude that she displays. Thank you, Ms. McHale, for your outstanding dedication, effort, and support among other assets you provide teaching here at Interboro High School.
That's good, great, thanks. All right, thanks, guys. So, Students Month again. We'll get back now to them. So usually we go freshman, sophomore, junior. Ms. Knaus has somewhere to be today with chorus, I believe, right? So she's going to go first and talk about our senior Student of the Month winner, Marissa Hughes. So Marissa and Ms. Knaus, if you come up, please.
So this is my second year knowing Marissa Hughes from the choir. This year she was elected as the vice president of the choir. which meant that she needed to step it up with leadership responsibilities and kind of be my right-hand person as we travel and perform and get everything ready. So a few things about Marissa. Marissa, first of all, is a very bright student, and that can be seen in her dedication to her classes, and I have to miss a class, or I have to do this, I can't miss this, and her ability to get through it all. Her perseverance, she's been through a couple tough things recently, and that hasn't let her stop smiling, asking for help, so I really appreciate that. Her kindness to help others. In choir, we have 50 students, so there's a lot of people who have needs and who have a million questions, and Marissa kind of takes control and gets them to focus and help me in whatever way I need there. And lastly, again, her leadership qualities, helping to lead meetings, organizing things, making presentations for the choir. It just exceeds a lot of what my other students do. So that's why I chose Marissa to be student of the month.
Thanks, Ms. Canals. Good luck today. All right, thanks. Next, we'll bring up James Razzie. He was nominated by Ms. Catino, Ms. Werner, and Mr. Lavery. They'll all say a little piece about James here. Congrats, James.
Okay, so I have James in my honors English class, and he is a standout student, not just with participation. I mean, he has great opinions and wonderful things to say, and he provides great engaging dialogue in the class, so I always look forward to that. Plus, he's super sarcastic, just like me, so that's a lot of fun, too. He's a great writer. He's naturally gifted in writing, but he's also pushing himself to constantly do better and improve on his work, which I think is super important. And that's just inside my classroom. Outside of my classroom, I hear wonderful things about his performance, not just in class congress, but also in the speech and debate team, which Mr. Herman says that as a freshman, he's leading the whole group. So I think we can expect big things from James in the coming years.
I have James in my honors biology class, and Ms. Catino said a lot of what I was going to say. But one of the really awesome things is we do a lot of labs in honors biology, and he's been offering to help clean up after labs, you know, stay late after class is over just to help me finish cleaning up and get ready for the next class. He's already super involved as a freshman. He's constantly participating in class. I think a lot of people look up to him as a leader in class, and he's got an A, which is pretty darn tough to do in honors biology. So he's clearly just a great student and a great all-around asset to Interboro.
My name is Mr. Lavery. I'm his homeroom teacher, and they pretty much said it all. When 3 teachers are nominating a student, much like 3 students are nominating a teacher, you know it's deserved. I think that the students look for him and look to him as a role model, and it's outstanding. Thank you, James.
Thanks, guys. Next, bring up Taylor Naher and Mr. Donovan.
Well, I have had Taylor since she was a freshman. She's now a sophomore. She was in my German 1 class and did very well. Now she's in my German 2 class. But not only that, she and her lovely and caring family played host to a German exchange student this fall, and she will be traveling with me to Germany this coming summer. Not only that, she's also an outstanding student. She has straight A's. That's it. We're proud of that. She's always prepared for class. She always has all of her work done, and not only that, it's done well. And she's also my German club treasurer. So this year she will be handling dozens of thousands of dollars. She hasn't miscounted at all yet. That's great. That's important. And she's also involved in basically anything that performs. She can sing, and I'm sure she can dance, although she hasn't done that yet. She's also in lots of AP classes, and that's hard to do. It's like achieve well in AP classes and then also do well for me, and I'm very proud of her. She keeps a positive attitude, and she is a role model for the rest of the whole student body to follow and look up to if they're younger, which is freshmen. So let's all give Taylor a big hit.
And finally, our junior class student of the month, Brian Barker, and he was nominated by Mr. Mecarello.
This is Brian Barker, and I'm Mr. Meck. My relationship with him is in my AP United States History class in 11th grade, and a lot of the aforementioned qualities that everybody's brought up about, these different students have been up here. Brian embodies all of them. In my AP class, he carries a 98 average, which is pretty much unheard of. On a daily basis, his participation, raises the class to levels that sometimes I can't even bring it to. His essays, all the different things, athletics, he has it all together. But I think what is the main reason why I nominated Brian, so much as a teacher, you hear stories about students looking up to their teacher and getting things from their teacher. When it comes to Brian, I look up to him. He's been through some things this school year and last year that, I think I would have crumbled. He's got everything about an Interboro student that, or everything that I wish my son has. The kid's gritty, he's determined. The circumstances that his family have been through this year. In a day and age where kids use excuses all the time. Never once. Never did he ask for a shortcut. Never did he ask to be an excuse from assignment. Instead, he did it better than everybody else. And I'm sorry, I'm like losing it here. The kid is just a dynamo, and I'm glad that I got to know him, Brian. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mack. At this time, we'll bring up the Scholar Athletes of the Month, which Mr. Boss will talk about.
Well, first and foremost, I want to congratulate our 4 students of the month. You do an excellent job, and you serve as pillars of our community, and it's fantastic everything that you do. These next 2 people that we're going to introduce, not only are they excellent students within the school, but they serve as ambassadors throughout the school. Every time we go somewhere, they represent excellence and Buck pride. And I don't get to deal with them on a daily basis. So the first person that I'm going to introduce is our female student athlete of the month. And to speak about them, I'm going to invite up Coach Ladislaw and Coach Odin. And it is Kaitlyn Klotz. She's already standing up.
Klotz. We have had her on our squad for 3 years now. She, to us, is the perfect student athlete. She manages a very difficult caseload of AP classes and honors classes. Whenever you see her come to practice, she's usually working on the gym 5 minutes before we start to stretch. So she's never wasting any time. She always wants to excel. Pretty sure she's got like 99s across the board. This girl here too. Poor now. So she's doing amazing. She really represents what Interboro is all about. She also manages involvement in other class activities like class congress, physics Olympics and things like that. And even today, she is choosing to, we have a pep rally today at Prospect Park Elementary to be a part of their holiday pep rally because we're all about pep and spirit. So she is actually choosing to join us for half of that because she does not want to miss her physics class. So it just kind of shows where her priorities are and make sure she's doing everything she's supposed to be doing.
Katie is just our go-to girl. She's fantastic. We can count on her for everything. Even as a junior, I think we can count on her as a freshman. She's organizing things with the team to have them over at her house to tie-dye shirts. She's always after practice to help us with things. They're early to help us with things. She's just a great student, and we are so happy to have her, and we get her for 1 more year, so it's great.
And always has this on her mouth.
Always.
At this point, I'd like to call up Coach Lennox and Dan May, our Scholar Male Athlete of the Month.
Danny was also selected as the Scholar Athlete for the Chester Chapter officials for the Del Valle for the 2015 season. So I'll read the letter that I wrote for that, if that's all right. His resume includes academic excellence highlighted by a class rank in the top 10% of the class and athletic prowess featured by his captaincy of the Interboro program. He also plays lacrosse and wrestles Danny embodies the phrase scholar athlete, as his tenure at Interboro affords him numerous opportunities to which his maturity enables him to take full advantage. His studies are meticulous. The work he produces is of the highest quality. His preparation for college includes enrolling in as many courses as possible at the highest levels, including 3 AP courses and an honors course of medical careers. Danny maintains a GPA of 3.9 despite his rigorous schedule. He is a distinguished honor roll student and has a class rank of 29 out of 290 students. On the field, Danny's play is praiseworthy. He has been our starting middle linebacker for 2 years and starting quarterback this year. Last year, due to team's injuries, he played fullback because we needed him there. Most quarterbacks don't want to change and go to fullback. It's a very physical position. Truly an unselfish young man. He's all conference first team as linebacker and second team quarterback. Danny is also in class congress and the National Honor Society. He also volunteers time for the Mini Bucks football camp, and I said I don't know where he finds the time. He's been a pleasure to coach for these 3 years. He's truly deserving of my highest recommendation for this prestigious award. Danny, and his name is May. They call him Mia, Moon, whatever. All right. Congratulations.
All right, so once again, just want to congratulate the Students of the Month, Scholar Athletes of the Month. Ms. McHale was our first staff member of the month, all right? And just thank everybody for coming in. Really, this is a testament to the students, to the families. It's just an event we all look forward to very much. As an assistant principal, a lot of my phone calls aren't that great to make, and this is one I look forward to. And by some of your reactions, I think you're expecting something else. But it's really something I look forward to every month. So thanks again, congratulations to all the students. Thanks to all the teachers. I mean, this turnout's like phenomenal. So I appreciate it. Please feel free to wrap up on anything you want over here. And thanks again, everybody. All right, have a great holiday.